Hello Aries, my name is Tiffany from Tiffany's Tarology and I'm here to do a monthly forecast for you for the month of January. We're going to be using one tarot deck, which is the Light Seers Tarot today. Let me move everything center for you. We're also going to be using the Wild Muse Oracle, which I don't see too many readers use, but it's from a creator that I love named Jessica. It is from, sorry, I said Jessica, from Vanessa Samina. Sorry, Vanessa. And we also have the Shaman's Oracle. So I'm going to tap into your energy today and see what Spirit has to say. I'll put these oracles to the side and we'll jump directly into the tarot and see what it is that Spirit has in store for you for the month of January. So Spirit, we ask that our spirit guides, angels, ancestors come in at this time only of the highest Christed light, that we may know what we need to know for Aries this month. All right, we're starting out with the Three of Pentacles. So are you working on establishing a new group, project, work environment, strategy for making money? Ooh, Death card is coming out. So there's a major transformation going on where possibly you could be wanting to rebuild, restructure, reorganize your life. What else do you have for a Spirit? I usually pull about 8 cards for you guys. We have the Emperor, which is Aries energy, 9 of Swords. So there's been a lot going on mentally that you're restructuring at this time, Aries, as far as where you're going next. We have the 6 of Swords. Okay, so maybe some of you are actually walking away from a work environment that was no longer fitting to you. 10 of Cups in reverse. It was not feeding your soul, was not giving you what you needed. One more, please, Spirit. And we will pull clarifiers if needed for this particular reading. I'm going to try to just pull one more, Spirit, for my Aries. Okay, 2 more came out. We'll keep those 2. They came up face up. All right, Aries. So, for those of you who might not be able to see the cards very well or listening, I have the 3 of Pentacles, the Death and Rebirth card, the Emperor, the 9 of Swords, the 6 of Swords, the 2 of Wands, the 10 of Cups in reverse, the 3 of Wands, and the Ace of Pentacles, which is giving me a lot of like, this is kind of where ultimately you are being led. Queen of Cups on the bottom of the deck. All right, so let's dive in. This is a beautiful spread of overcoming obstacles in your way. When I see this 3 of Pentacles, I'm immediately brought to the idea that you have possibly been in a work environment or in a work situation with other people that was not allowing you or has not been allowing you to be your best self. In fact, you want a 10 of Pentacles energy, but you're being met with this mediocre 3 of Pentacles. So I don't know if some of you are feeling like it's time to change careers. It's time to move up the ladder, restructuring how you are making money or building your foundation in the 3D. And I feel like Spirit is asking you to take a look at how things in your life have been possibly steering you in a brand new direction. The reason I'm saying that is because so close to that 3 of Pentacles is this Death card. And with the Death card coming out as your second card and right next to that 3 of Pentacles and in between the Emperor, it's like you have begun to figure out who you are. Now that you're walking into a new environment and really peering into your own soul, and you're starting to see that what once made you happy or you thought made you fulfilled is actually not doing that anymore. And it's time for you to rise up from the ashes, from the destruction that you've been going through. And in this month of January, I see you finding your power again. We love to see Aries energy in an Aries reading. It is so beautiful to see that you are seeing your worth and your value this month. And you are no longer going to be allowing people, places, situations, relations with family, whatever that case may be, your stability corner. It's like you're no longer letting that be your sorrow. You've spent a lot of time, from what I can see, being very anxious about what's next. But because you're an Aries, you quickly jump back into that Aries energy of I know I can, I know I will, and watch me as I do it. I see a lot of strength in that, and I see a lot of prosperity because you have a lot of integrity, and you're not just moving and grooving without emotion behind you because you got that Queen of Cups on the bottom of the deck. So you are still tapping into your intuition. All signs have intuition. I feel like some signs exude it more, the water signs exude it more, but in the traditional Rider-Waite tarot deck, there is a small river that runs behind the throne of the emperor. Obviously not in this particular deck, but there is still a little bit of water that is needed to really calm the fiery energy of Aries down. And I love that you're bringing that in to 2024. I see that most of you have already decided that wherever you have been for a really long time, I see a lot of you really tried to make it work where you've been. This could even be a relationship where you were trying to maybe even get therapy to help this relationship go to the next level, to, bring in that third party, but not someone who was causing chaos, but someone who was helping you build, right? So I see a lot of you choosing to do that, but realizing ultimately that you had to choose yourself. And on this boat, she's being led by these crows to where she needs to go, because she knows that where she needs to go, whether you're male or female, does not matter. It is not here. There was a death and rebirth of who you were, a realization that you're still that, fill in the blank, going through your sorrow, but then picking yourself back up like Aries always can do. And I admire that about you guys. You guys are so strong and fortuitous. I'm a Pisces, so I often feel I don't have those really good boundaries like Aries has. And this month of January is allowing you to see your worth, to validate yourself, and to say, I'm done. You don't even necessarily know where you're going, though. You just said, not here. Because I see in this Two of Wands, you're actually trying to create the best possible scenario for yourself long term. And there's still a lot that's being figured out, which is beautiful. It means you're open, you're investigating, you're looking at what else is out there, and you're asking yourself, what else can I do with my life? Some of you are going to be making massive shifts with your life. Like it's going to be like you used to work in construction and now you're working in a hospital. You know what I mean? Like it's going to be a massive shift because you're realizing the way that you've lived your life, the way that you've tried to build your sanctuary has left you depleted. Whether that means you haven't been able to pour into yourself, you haven't had time for self-care, you haven't been able to build a family, you haven't been able to raise your children, things like that. Because you were so stuck in this, situation that you thought you could make work. Like you really did try. I see some of you really went to great lengths, but now Spirit is saying you need to see from a new vantage point. And you had to go through some tower moments and some setbacks along the way. But what's beautiful is, for those of you who are beyond this planning phase of looking into the future, I see some of you have actually figured out where it is you want to go, or at least you're starting to just take that leap of faith Because with the Three of Wands, she's at the edge of the area here. I don't know if it's like a bluff or a beach. We'll call it a beach. And she's getting ready to catch the next wave. So I see some of you are like, you know what? I think I'm going to do it. There's this thing that you've been wanting to do for a really long time. Maybe you put it off for years and years because you were trying to stick it out. Because Aries does not give up. So this situation that you've gone through over the last several months, several years, you know, put yourself where you land. You actually tried your best to stay put and to allow yourself to really grow where you were planted. But Spirit says, I have something bigger and better waiting for you. I'm just waiting for you to realize that it's time to, you know, get this seed and plant this seed in the ground so that you can grow. Again, some of you have already caught the memo and you left, you know, you're on your way somewhere else. Some of you are in, you know what I'm seeing actually, Aries? Spirit just gave this to me very clearly. You all have mastered these first 3 cards, tried to work it out, went through a massive upheaval of some sort, and then realized your power with this Emperor energy. Some of you are still in the grieving phase of the process. So there's a couple timelines that are going on right now. Some of you are still grieving the loss. Some of you have realized I've got to go, even though I don't know where. Some of you have already figured out that it's time to plan this escape strategy, and some of you are already ready to take off. So kind of put yourself where you lie, like Spirit was very, very clear about that. But wherever you are in this timeline, this Ace of Pentacles is going to find you. As long as you put in the work, realize that there is a new seed that needs to be planted, and you go after it. 1222, as I said that. So if you've been seeing 222, that might be your confirmation that you are in alignment. So Spirit, as they go on this new journey in January, what is it that you want them to gain, or like, where are they going? Anything else that we can know? We have the Page of Swords. So this is going to be a time of expansion. A lot of you are getting ready to go in a new direction that you've never been before. Some of you is going to require a lot of study. It's going to require a lot of patience and time. And even if you feel like, wow, I can't believe I'm in this like student mentality again, Spirit wants you to know you are on the right timeline. You're not too late. You can catch this next wave, and you're exactly where you need to be. So don't hold it over your head that maybe you feel like you should have already been here, or like, how did you even get here? Why did you waste so much time? But there was things you had to learn. Your stability that you gain from this process, oh, it's about to be on and cracking. It's going to be so good that Spirit is giving you this King of Pentacles. This Ace of Pentacles is turning into a King of Pentacles before all of this is over. You're going to be more stable. For some of you, you will be better off single. You will be better off financially rather than dragging along that relationship that wasn't working for you, that job that wasn't paying you right, that family member that was not supportive of your goals and dreams. You know, there's this need for you to really just understand that you are being intuitively led. Oh, yes. We have the King of Cups and the Ace of Wands. So if you have received a download, I'm just seeing so much third eye, crown chakra activation here, and being emotionally centered in that decision, feeling very grounded. Remember, we had that Queen of Cups energy, but now the King of Cups is here, a little more solid, able to weather the storm, right? So with this Ace of Wands, what I feel Spirit telling you is you have gotten the download. And for those of you who, you know, again, who might be in the grieving process, or maybe you just left the shore, you know, from the old place, you will receive the download. this month. And you'll be able to transport yourself to where you need to go and get to where you need to go, because Spirit's going to give you that inspiration, that spark, that connection, that person, and the emotional intelligence to be able to do that. Tell me a little bit more, Spirit, about this King of Cups. I'm very curious. What is this King of Cups about? What can you tell Aries about this? I love that my Aries watching this are intuitively led. Yes, Knight of Swords. So you have the Page of Swords and the Knight of Swords. So it's like, as you begin to dive deeper into this emotional intelligence, this part of yourself that you understand, that's grounded on your intuition and your faith in the process, you are going to start moving fast. You're going to move quickly to where you're supposed to be. And you're going to see the way very clearly. And I feel like Spirit is going to just put it in your, like in your front view mirror, not your rear view mirror, of where you need to go. 4 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. And then you're going to be celebrating the success that you took this chance on yourself, that you went forward. You listened to what you were told intuitively to do. You did the hard work, or will begin to do the hard work. It will pay off in time. And you won't regret walking away from that situation that was kind of broken and dead and just wasn't bringing you any new life. And I feel like, Aries, that is such a beautiful message, because it's a message of resilience. And although I feel like sometimes Aries can be a bit headstrong, it's like you really had boundaries and you didn't allow yourself to go too far. You may have taken a little bit too long, but you didn't allow yourself to go too far. So we're going to pull some advice cards. And Spirit, I'm just going to ask that you allow me to tap into Aries energy as they go on this new journey with relationship, finances, work, stability. What is it that you want them to gain in January to help them along the way? We have Beloved, Radical Acceptance, Heart Home, Compassion. We're going to pull 2 more. Wow, Compassion. I love all that fire energy in those cards. Let me see if I can kind of zoom or like unblur them for you guys. Deep Diver, diving into a task. And last one for Aries, Spirit. I'm not going to take, I'll read them, but I'm not going to take these. You have Mindful. You have Dragon's Hoard, protecting the future, and Drifter, or experiencing life as it comes. But these are a little bit lesser energies. But this one is Overflow, Overwhelm, and Plenty. So Spirit wants you to know with this card, I'm just going to kind of dive into this. There's a lot of water overflowing here. A lot of intuitive acceptance of who you are. Realizing how far you've come. The emotions that you had to shed to get here. And Spirit is proud of you for taking this kind of scary leap that you didn't really anticipate to change. You were very steadfast with where you were and what you were doing with your life. And you probably didn't have a lot of interest in making this big change, but life forced you to. And now, as you dive deeper into this year of 2024, starting in January, you're going to start to see that this is just the beginning of what Spirit has for you. Because there is so much love and happiness. This is that 10 of Cups upright, not in reverse energy that you've been looking for. It says, Beloved, radical acceptance. And what I think about when I see this card is you had to accept all the parts of you that wanted to fight to stay where you were, the parts of you that wanted to leave but held on against all odds, the part of you that wanted to give up but didn't, because you're like, I am an Aries and I am strong and I can do this. But there was this beauty that you found when you accepted that this wasn't where you were supposed to be. You accepted that your heart wasn't being tended to the way that it needed to be, and that there was something better for you waiting for you. And you accepted that. And that is beautiful energy. Because some people keep going and they just keep, hitting their heads on a wall. Heart, home, compassion. When I see this, it's very reminiscent of the first card. I see that you really had to go inward. You had to become a little more emotional, I feel like, than you're comfortable being. Because a lot of the times you want to hide that emotionality. You don't want to be too, just not weak. But you had to find compassion for yourself, for the process, and understand, you know what, Spirit? I can't do this alone. I can't continue in this job. I can't continue in this relationship because I deserve more. We are all connected. When I look at these houses here, it's like your heart is your home. It is your vitality. It is your reason. And when you have a heart that's broken, or when you have a heart that's not being loved and protected in the way that it should, it makes an impact on our daily life. So Spirit is saying, have compassion on yourself for the hard work that it took to get you to where you are today. Because it was not easy, but you're building this beautiful wall around your heart. I see a moth here of great transformation, a moth drawn to the flame. That flame is that thing that Spirit has left up to you to find. Some of you have already kind of heard that intuitive hit, but it was that Ace of Wands energy with that flame. I wish I could bring the card back out, but I buried it. But you're being drawn to something that is more heart-centric, something that is better for you, something that will allow you to live a better life, to be happier, and to not constantly live in, like, I just feel this like energy of fear, working for the man, being in relationships that are outdated or were outdated, but you know how to be a good partner anyways. Spirit says be compassionate on yourself and let that go. You also have here deep diver, diving into a task. So you're being asked as well to really go into meditation, dive deeper into your practices of connecting with Spirit and asking Spirit, what is it that you want from me that I can't reach on the surface? This is going to be a time of massive transformation, which is why you got that death card earlier. Because Spirit is saying you are about to dive into the depths of your soul. There's parts of you didn't even know existed because you held so closely to kind of that fiery energy. But January brings this water to the surface. And as you dive into yourself, you will uncover great truths. And those great truths, once they manifest into your reality, will begin to overflow into your reality in the future. I see you making a significant life change that is really going to make a huge impact on who you are. And it's all for the best, Aries. Even if you feel like emotionally you can't continue forward, Spirit is saying, yes, you can. We're going to pull 3 cards from our Wild Muse Oracle. This is more of a feminine deck, but bear with me if you are masculine watching, because you should still be able to relate. We all have feminine and masculine energy. Spirit, what is it that you have for Aries to sum up this reading for today? Any messages that you would like for me? Big changes. Aries, I see so much abundance coming into your life because you let go. And it makes my heart so happy because you deserve this big change. And I know for a lot of you, it has not come with all these flowers and the white dove in the corner of the card up here. You see it? But I do know that a lot of you will experience this because of making the change. Big changes are coming. More positivity is coming in your life. Wow, beautiful. 2 more, Spirit. What else can Aries know? See, I knew the masculines would be able to relate. I was like, sometimes, you know, you just have to be led to whatever deck you're led to. Nothing wants to pop. Oh, there we go. All right. So, let me fix that. We have hidden in plain sight. What it is that you desire, what it is that you're seeking after, what it is that you need to go towards is probably just yelling at you right now. You might be watching this saying, I think I know exactly what it is. Some of you are not looking at the bigger picture. You're not seeing that 3 of Wands, you know, standing at the edge of the water with your surfboard. You're not seeing the way out because it's so obvious you can't see it. So we're saying go deep within, focus on what it is that you desire most. Be very heart-centric. This card is green heart chakra energy. And really focus on what it is that you want that is hidden in plain sight. There is a completion of a cycle and an opening of a new door. I see a lot of yellow behind her because there is this need to transform. She has a chameleon on her arm, right? And they can blend in. So I feel like for some of you, there is a very obvious way to move forward, and there is a part of you that's doubting yourself, doubting if that's really what it is, but Spirit said it is. And in order to get there most successfully, you have to drop the emotional baggage that you came into this life. I shouldn't say this life, into these last couple of years to last couple of months with. I was like, we can't take it too far. But you have to drop that. Because as you walk into your abundance, as you walk into this transformative part of your life, you won't be able to receive the blessings that Spirit has for you, the big changes, if you're holding on to a lot of this darkness. So she's walking out of the darkness and into the light. And what it is that she wants is literally hidden in plain sight. Thank you for that little rhyme, Spirit. I appreciate that. Spirit makes me laugh. But Aries, I hope that January allows you to see that what you are seeking is also seeking you. And that it's just time for you to make one small change that will lead to a big, huge life change. And Spirit says at the bottom of the deck, all you have to do is trust your intuition. This is not something that you can do without it. So go within and believe in the impossible, because you're going to receive so many blessings when you make this major change. So I hope to see you guys in the next one, but I'm going to leave you with that, Aries, and have a wonderful January. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye, guys.